So a lot of us are especially struggling with taking up space and loving ourselves. And that is a feeling that is, in our subconsciousness. And after your NDE, it seems like you really love yourself, like the way I see you now. I've spoken to you, gotten to know you a bit, and you're so full of love. So, but you had an NDE. So how can we love ourselves without having this mystical experience?
So, first of all, you have to give yourself a break and not think that I can love myself fully tomorrow. I've hated myself to this day, but tomorrow I'm going to fully love myself and it's all over. You have learned this pattern of I'm not enough, I'm not worthy. You have learned it over however long you've been here. So it is not going to happen overnight. So give yourself a break and start small. And it is as simple as telling yourself that I approve of myself. Louise Hay said this, and she also said that 200 or 300 times a day is not enough of telling that to yourself.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, but when you think about it, you have 60 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. Every single day. How many of those are I approve of myself? I love myself. This is so fun. This is exciting. Oh my God, my life is great. I love myself. I love myself. How many of those are that? Not very many.
And that helps if we do it, like that does go into your subconscious
Yes,
eventually.
eventually, eventually it does. It takes time. Like I said, it's just give yourself a break and don't expect that it's going to change in a second or day because you've been practicing the other way so long. And it's okay. You're not late. You're not missing out on anything. You are perfectly you and the perfect you right now, right here, and everything is working out just fine. And another thing that we are so disconnected, not just from God, divine, the universe, but our own higher selves. I mean, you can't disconnect from your higher self, but we are a disconnected in a sense that we don't know that it's there and we don't believe that it's there. So that's something that you can also practice doing is knowing and actually really knowing who your higher self is.
But what is the higher self? I'm not sure that I know what it is.
So there is you, the physical self, right here. And then you have your higher self, the bigger part of you that is still connected to the superconscious, God, divine, whatever you want to call it. And so it is kind of like this being. It's not even a being because it's you between God and you that keeps the messages going.
Some are calling it an oversoul, or I don't know if that's the same, or if an oversoul is like above the higher self. Not sure if it is a hierarchy even. But would you say is the difference between the higher self and oversoul?
For me, it's just different labels and whatever you feel comfortable. We all use different words. The way I see it and feel it, it is that you have your physical self, you have your higher self, and then there's God. And we are all part of God.
All right. Could you share a little bit about that part where you see dead people? How that is like?
Well, luckily I don't see them. I feel them. It's I've seen dead people a couple of times and I've said, please don't, because it still kind of freaks me out that I talk to you. It's fine you talk to me. That's great. But yeah, I prefer to feel them around people. I prefer to talk to them rather than seeing. There's just something about seeing dead people that makes me a little uneasy still, even though I know that there's no death. But
But I have
yes,
to ask, like, seeing them, what does that mean? Like, how do they look like? Do they look
like
physical to
human
you?
beings, yes, like human beings.
So
And
not
then
like
they float
spirit.
off. They float off. That's that's the one. It's like, okay, let's keep the earth stuff as earth stuff, and then that's that other side as other side.
Some are saying that they see them from, like, over body and up.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
It's
yeah?
it's it always, for some reason, its legs always that kind of turn into like mist.
Huh, interesting. So
Hmm.
that's the thing.
Yeah, it's it's
Huh.
it's a thing. It's I think they don't have that deep pull connection to the physical, so they can kind of move around easier, and that's why we see them with where the legs start to turn into mist.
So why do you think that you see them, and why are they here? Would that mean that they are lingering somehow, that they haven't fully gone to the light or gone to the afterlife?
Well, from like I said, I prefer not to see them. I try not to try not to see them. But I think anybody who is here, they are here to guide us, to help us, and let us know that we are supported, and they're always there for us. Now there are some people who refuse to believe that they're dead, and their transition time between the real it's actually more real on the other side, the real life and your afterlife. The transition time for them is a little bit longer because they need those spirit guides around them longer time to for them to really realize that, wait, no, I am dead.
So the movie, wasn't it called Ghosts with, Patrick Swayze?
Hmm.
Have you watched it? Is
Yeah,
that sort of accurate in a way?
it is. It is. We always have our loved ones here with us, guiding us and focused on us. And yeah, they like to talk to you, but most of us don't listen.
Hmm.
I get messages for me all the time. Um, I get messages for other people, but it's very random. I am not trying to be a medium. I don't want to contact the other side, just because not everything there is rooted to love and what I'm bringing here, and what my purpose is in bringing this message forward. So I prefer for them to come to me because they know that I'm a channel, a wide open channel. If you have a message for somebody, just tell me. I'll forward it. And they're very stubborn. They they keep telling me the message until I deliver it. So it's always delivered.
Yeah, you delivered a message to me. All of a sudden, I got an audio message from
Yeah,
Ulla.
yeah.
Can I ask who were they who had that message to me? And for everybody watching, it was something about wisdom from North, which was really encouraging.
Oh, I love to hear that. I love that it was encouraging because it was very exciting. It was they just introduced them as your guides. So they,
Oh,
again, there was no names, but they are a group of spirit guides that are always around you and encouraging you and guiding you and telling you that, yeah, you're doing a great job. You're going exactly where you're supposed to.
to watch the full video, click the link below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.